You guys are from the Skeleton Crew. You got exactly 3 seconds to get off my porch with your nuts intact. And I know you're all a bunch of fucking slackers.
I took over Gotham City, and now the Skeleton Crew's dungeon. This is Bane, and my movie may have more holes in it than a whorehouse.
What the fuck?
This is the Skeleton Crew, and I'm Bane, and I'm gonna throw the impersonation to somebody else now.
Bane, listen.
Come on, Henry, something's wrong with you people. I'm gonna whack you both. I'm gonna put you in my trunk right now.
You get that knife out of here. Who do you think you are? You can't just kill me.
I can't wait to do the Batman special. By the way, that's coming up soon.
Another idiotic opener. Well, this is the Skeleton Crew. This is Alex. I am joined, as always, with Dan Chase.
Batman.
We got back in the dungeon Dave Z from BananaLaser. What the fuck is up, Dave Z? I just stole Matt's thing.
You don't know what death is. No, I had to throw one more impersonation out there. How we doing?
And we have a very, very special guest host, my main man, Cody Robinson. What is up, brother?
Cody.
Just keeping it real, guys. Drinking a beer.
Well, then you're on the wrong show.
Cody, listen, this is where keeping it real goes wrong. Terribly wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah, halfway through that intro, I was like, okay, if Joe Pesci, if I'm the guy in the trunk, just go ahead and shoot me.
Well, you know, because me and Alex talked about this before. How can we create the most awkward opener in Skeleton Crew history? And I think it was achieved. I really do.
Done.
Thanks, Dave. You didn't even know we were going for that, did you? Thanks, buddy.
Oh, man. Proud to be a part of this number.
You know, it's funny. Cody listened to like 71 shows, and he's probably thinking, wow, you know, these guys, you know, I've been listening this long. Clearly, he thinks they got a solid show going. And he comes on, he's like, is this what really goes on? Like, what the fuck? Like, oh my God, they just got bad when I came on.
What can I say? I'm a bad influence.
The Batman show. We're gonna do that very soon. The Dark Knight Rises show, and that's why we started our little stupid thing, because we were talking about that before. So that will come soon. We got a laundry. Well, I got a laundry list full of shit. If you guys got shit too, great. We can add on to the 4-hour show already, and that's coming soon. So yeah, and it's perfect too, because it's like a fucking winter movie, kind of. It's like sort of.
Yeah, I think it actually is.
It is, man. Yeah, when the city's being taken over, it's snowing and shit. Dude, he fights Bane in the middle of the daylight in the snow.
It snows in one scene. Dan chalks it up to a winter movie.
Like, what the fuck is going on here, dude? You're gonna stab me. You could have easily killed me back in the mansion while you were fucking riding me, but you're gonna stab me while I got my full armor on, while you're about to blow up the bomb. Oh, this movie's bad.
Wasn't Batman 2 a Christmas movie?
Oh, that's right. Catwoman and Penguin. Yeah.
Yeah, Batman Returns. Yeah.
I don't like that movie. The only cool part of that movie was the bat boat.
The bat bone?
Yeah.
No, that's what he gave Catwoman.
A bat boat. Liquid hot magma. But
I don't know,
anyways,
guys.
yeah.
I thought Penguin number 3 was pretty hot.
It's been
Yeah?
so
I know what
long.
you're talking about.
I don't know what he's talking about. It's been too many years for me, bro.
Yeah, it
Well,
is. Long
Too many years, too many beers.
What do you guys think about Michael Keaton, though? Because he's coming back for Beetlejuice, too. We were just talking about. He's in the new RoboCop, too, man. Don't laugh at me, Dave.
It's funny. I'm laughing at him. He's a freaking complete retro.
I think the sad part is 30 years from now, he'll be doing another White Noise movie.
Oh, Jesus.
That movie was so bad. Whatever, dude. I'm down for. White Noise, dude. I mean, okay, listen, White Noise wasn't horrible, but White Noise is exactly my cup of tea. I think Michael Keaton's good in everything he does, but he was a good Batman,
Mr.
dude.
Mom.
Mr. Mob, dude, Multiplicity.
Yeah.
I like pizza. Come on, dude, that movie rocks.
And stuff.
But,
And stuff.
yeah, pizza and stuff. Yeah. Michael Keaton's fucking awesome, but I think he played a good Batman. Hey, what do you guys we talked about this briefly. Cody, what do you think about Ben Affleck being cast as Batman?
I think he's probably receiving a lot of unnecessary hate. I'm not thrilled about it, but I mean, the guy's a huge comic fan. Him and Kevin Smith are supposed to be really good buddies, and he's supposed to be a huge Batman fan. So, I think he catches a lot of shit because of Daredevil, which was not entirely his fault. I wouldn't say.
It wasn't his fault at all, dude. Yeah. Well, that's the fucking latest news, dude. They're saying Nightwing's going to be in this movie. So that the Batman vs Superman with a Nightwing with a grown up fucking Dick Grayson. I mean, to me, I was really excited, but I'm just
Wait a minute. Whoa. We didn't get the young Dick Grayson yet, though.
Exactly.
That makes no sense. Isn't the famous dude supposed to be Robin?
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Levy, yeah, the one from Halloween H2O.
This ain't Nolan's series anymore at all. It's totally different, you know?
It's not going to be Matt Damon?
Matt Damon's going to be Robin?
That's what I thought, yeah.
Dude, how pissed off do you think he gets every time somebody asks him that?
He's probably so bored of it by now. No, but seriously, Dan, so you're telling me that because this isn't the Nolan series anymore, that is scrapped?
That wasn't even supposed to be Robin in that movie, dude. That was supposed to be a little wink at the audience. It was in no way supposed to be the Robin character.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I thought it was obvious. Wow.
I thought it was going somewhere, yeah. That's another flaw of that movie, then.
It's one of those tricks, though. It's one of those tricks that they kind of fuck with you, and then, you watch it a million times like I do, and you realize it's definitely the case. Because, dude, it's a nice little nod, and I thought it was a great way to fucking end the series. I really did. I thought that was a fucking fat trilogy, even with the third one being what it is. And I actually do love that movie, but...
Yeah, Catwoman is smoking. You see, here's the thing. When I heard that whatever her name is going to be in that movie as Catwoman, I was like, come on, is there any other actresses in the world? Like, is this the only person we could hire for movies? And I gotta tell you, man, that was the perfect person to hire for that movie. She was hot, I liked her character, I liked the way she acted. She reminded me a lot of Julie Newmar, actually, if anybody knows who that is.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Cody, it's great having you on, bro. You're the man. Me and you, we became friends about, I don't know, I'd say a little over a year ago. You share the biggest connection that I know of with Sleepaway Camp. Dude, you hooked me up with that book. So I'd like to say thank you for that again, now that I'm actually talking to you.
Hey, my pleasure, man. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Dude, it's awesome. It's such an insight to the Sleepaway Camp series. I like how they talked about all four of them, I think, actually. They give you like a psychological look like you wouldn't even believe. I think that book is weird because I think it reads too much into the Sleepaway Camp series. Like, they're looking at things that I don't even think were intended. Yeah, right? But even though they did that...
It still makes sense, yeah.
It still makes sense, yeah. Like, they were talking about, like, even... as characters had character arcs, the camera was angled differently at them and shit like that. Like, they were that into it, dude. It was crazy, but it's for a Sleepaway Camp fan, it's such a great read. Dude, what was the name of that book again?
Examining Sleepaway Camp. And the Troy H. Gardner wrote it. You can pick it up on Amazon.com. It's like dirt cheap now too. They've marked it down. You can download it for like. I think like $3 or $4.
Oh shit!
Yeah, Dan and Dave. I don't know how big you are in Sleepaway Camp. Oh my god!
Fuck yeah!
I like them. Yeah.
What do you guys think about the remake being made?
I don't know anything about it right now.
Well, I just know they're working on it.
Yeah, Cody, what do you think about it?
Well, I don't know. Really, I don't really know what to think. I don't know how to have anything really positive to say about it, except I really will be glad to see it because hopefully it'll introduce the originals to a whole new generation.
See, dude, I'm glad you said that, Cody. You're right, dude. Because if you don't even like Sleepaway Camp, dude, you gotta give it its props now, because a lot of it's still to this day kind of looked down upon. Now, over the years, it grows bigger and bigger, but it's still not in those elite horror movies. So if you get remade, though, that kind of puts you in the category of you're the fucking shit, and it solidifies it like this is a solid franchise. Well, at least a solid first movie. I like.
Yeah, dude, I put my foot in my mouth. I said this will never be remade.
Yeah, I know, right?
Because I said. I guess I'm an idiot, dude, because I said it would never happen, and even just everything about it, the premise, the name of it, that's an 80s name, dude.
Right.
Like, that's weird to have a movie come out called Sleepaway Camp right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
Weird.
I love it, though. That's perfect. Yeah, we'll see, though. It's too early to tell, obviously. I don't even know. Listen, I'm not excited about it, but I think it's fucking cool, and I think it solidifies Sleepaway Camp as one of the cooler top franchises. You know.
You know, anything's game too, and they might not even call it Sleepaway Camp. I mean, just like Terror Train, they had that loose remake and they just called it Train. You know?
Really?
Yeah, and not a lot of people know that, but that's what it was, and that's what they do now. So they might not even call it Sleepaway Camp, and on top of that, I give anything a fair shot now as far as remakes.
Yeah.
Some come up and they surprise you and they're good. Some fall on their ass and they suck. But I don't feel there was a time where I was opposed to it all, and now.
Yeah, now it's part of your life. Yeah, I think they should just call it. They should just call it Penis Girl now.
How about the Crying Camp? They call it that.
Tears will drop of blood. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, I'm not like super excited, but let's see. Like Dave said, we'll give it a shot. You know, we'll see what happens. I would love for Kirsten and Felissa to come back in some capacity, even if it's a cameo, dude. Because I don't know, that's just whatever. That's just my opinion. But yeah, even what's her name, Springsteen, there, dude. I think she's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
I'd love for her to come back and something.
I actually like Pamela Springsteen a little better than Felissa Rose in the role, and well, that's not really fair to say because I mean, as you guys have mentioned before, it's almost 2 and 3 are almost an entirely different franchise.
Totally.
Yeah.
But I think Felissa Rose could come back now and play kind of like that Springsteen character from parts 2 and 3 and totally pull it off.
Yeah, dude, I watched The Perfect House, by the way, and I really fucking dug it.
Oh, it's good, right?
Yeah, it is good. Remember I ragged on that too? I'm such a dickhead. I was just like, will you be seeing this, Dan? I'm like, no. And I was just like...
Yeah, you remember saying that?
I do. I remember a lot of shit, dude. For a pothead, I remember a shitload of things.
Yeah, I was like, Dan, are you going to watch this? You were like, no.
You know, my brother knows that kid. He's from Buffalo. And my brother, I think he went to high school with them or something. The guy that directed The Perfect House with them.
Oh, really?
He lives in California. Yeah, he's a local from my area where I grew up. Yeah, it's like he came up the other day, and you know sometimes on Facebook they'll say recommended friends. Well, he's like friends with 33 people I know. You know, so obviously he knows a lot of people I know. So I'm like, wait a minute. Then it says something about The Perfect House. So naturally, I friended him. I'm like, okay, and then I'll see, you know, because of the show, maybe I'll interview him or something. But
oh yeah, you should. I think I had the opportunity. I forgot what happened with that. Yeah. Well, Cody, I'm interested because you're so big on Sleepaway Camp. You know, you heard our retrospective, right?
Oh yeah, actually, I've listened to it 3 or 4 times now. I was actually listening to your part 2 and 3 retrospective on the way home from work today.
Nice.
Man. Those are solid gold to me.
Thanks, man. Well, okay, here's the big question then. What did you know, part 4 is obviously the most controversial. So, obviously you either sided with Dan and Mike or me because they seem to be more on the, didn't dig it. And I was sort of okay. I kept my interest. So what was your experience with that movie?
I'm really glad you asked that, actually. I I found out about you guys through John Kleiser, right? Who is the webmaster over at SleepawayCampFilms.com, the official website of Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3, and he also did the first edit and put together all the footage for Sleepaway Camp 4.
Oh, that's that guy?
Yeah. Yeah, and this guy, he loves the franchise more than anyone I've ever met. And I cannot knock Sleepaway Camp 4 just because of knowing how much care he put into it. I mean...
So wait, he recut it, you mean? That's what...
Yeah, he took... Okay, well, a lot of people don't know. If you ordered that... if you had that Sleepaway Camp box set...
Yeah, the survival kit, I had that.
Okay.
Yeah.
One of the DVDs is, like, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 minutes of scenes that they, like, shot. I don't know if they were really meant to be in the movie or if they were just test footage or whatever. But they were supposed to make a part 4 called Sleepaway Camp The Survivor. And so this guy said, well, they're never going to finish this, clearly. So he took the first 3 movies and just took snippets from each one and then had somebody do a voiceover and then added those 7 minutes in and try to present it as like a 4th movie or something. So it's funny that you said that, Cody, because I was actually referring to Return to Sleepaway Camp. But it's funny that you said that. Now I feel bad because I think we said negative things about that, and this guy promoted our show.
Yeah, just a little. Oh yeah,
shit.
Absolutely. In fact, that's how I that's how I found you guys in the first place. You're always talking about coincidences on the show. I just happened to be one day last year. I happened to be skimming through the channels, and I was aware that Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3 existed, but I just I purposely avoided them because I thought they were direct DVD trash, or direct to video trash rather. And they were playing on what channel?
AMC.
Chiller. They were playing on Chiller. Well, I just happened to skip onto the channel right as Sleepaway Camp 2 was starting, and they were playing them back to back. And I watched them both, and I was like, holy shit, I thought I'd seen all the great franchises of the 80s, and I'm like, this is fucking awesome. Yeah. And so, of course, I was interested, so I started searching the next day around, and I come by SleepawayCampFilms.com, John Kleiser's site, and he had just posted a link to you guys' first Sleepaway Camp retrospective. I had never listened to a podcast.
Good thing you didn't do it from the back end forward.
God, he would have never heard about us.
That would have been it.
Oh shit! I feel like a total douche. That's why I hate doing this. Can I quit this show? I want you guys to take over.
All this show is for me, Alex and I, is a realization that we're douches.
That's what we learned in 71 shows. We are just total.
I learned that at show 4, but I just keep going with it.
Oh, man.
You know what? I was surprised at the hate that you guys had for it, because I saw it one time after it came out.
No, wait, Dave. Are you referring to part Sleepaway Return to Sleepaway Camp or Sleepaway 4?
No, Return to Sleepaway Camp.
Okay, because I liked it, I think.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You said that you liked it, and Dan and Mike did not.
Yeah.
But you know what? I watched it one time, and I remember what's his name was in it, so it was funny, the guy from The Sopranos. So I thought that was Big Pussy.
Big Pussy.
That's funny. Yeah, so I watched it. I redboxed it, and I watched it. It might have been like maybe 6 months after it came out. And I think I burned it, and I watched it one night, and I was like, it's kind of a throwback a little bit to an 80s movie. It wasn't bad. Nothing groundbreaking, but kind of like See No Evil. Like, I enjoyed it. It was okay. How many times am I going to watch it? I don't know, but I didn't mind it at all. And then when I listened to the show, you guys were just hating on it. I'm like, was I wrong? But
Dave. You're going to compare Sleepaway Camp 4 or, that to See No Evil, for real?
It's the
You guys
same
are
realm
crazy.
to me.
No, I think it is different. I think.
Do you?
Yeah.
I think it's
That
good.
movie is so bad, dude. I don't care like how cool it was to have Felicity Rose take off that mustache or whatever. Hey, throwback. That was cool. Like I got it, but that movie was the biggest piece of shit ever. I'm sorry.
It really wasn't, dude. It really wasn't.
The feel of it. I don't even care about Felicity Rose that part. I mean, that's okay, but the feel of it, it felt like an 80s slasher to me. It had more of a feel than modern movies have. You know how you were talking about Stitcher and how you thought that was like an 80s slasher type vibe? Stitches, sorry. I keep saying
Stitches.
Stitcher.
Oh, Dan loves talking about Stitches. Dan.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, Stitches. It was like an 80s horror movie. That's what you guys were saying.
Dude, Stitches. Let's get into this because there's so many movies out there, but we should focus on Stitches because I told you, that is an 80s written. It looks like they took a script out of this dusty pile in a box at some studio from the 80s and they said, let's make this shit now. That is what Stitches is. If you love 80s horror and even the theme, clowns and shit like that, that's so 80s and they still made that shit work, man. I'm sorry. Dan thinks it's retarded to even talk about that movie, but you know what, man? Stitches deserves props. I bought that shit on Blu-ray. I like it.
I just find it funny, like looking back, how Stitches and Smiley.
Smiley. We did a
Just
show
like-
on Smiley.
Like we could do fucking The Exorcist, we could do The Shining, dude. We could do so many movies, and we're doing Smiley. Oh,
That's funny.
I love it.
That's what's good about the show, though, man. You do different shit, you know? You gotta bounce around and, you know? That's fun. But what you said about Stitches is kind of the way I also feel about Return to Sleepaway Camp. It had that 80s feel to me.
Yeah.
Right.
I only saw it once.
I saw the just the way it was shot on that camera, it just seemed a little too cheesy for my taste. And granted, that is the 80s style. I guess if you try to adapt an 80s style per se and put it into the context of today and try and make it relevant, it doesn't work for me, you know? And the movie that we're about to talk about is clearly like an 80s slasher setup. But it's not shot that way. It's shot MTV style, dude.
Yeah.
It's shot with, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. I guess it's more of, I know what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying, and I appreciate that you brought that up because that's perfect. But I guess it's adapting that 80s style and trying to carry it over that I don't really dig, you know? It just seems like that it's cheap to me, you know? It's like...
It does seem sort of cheap, yeah.
Well, because technology progresses and you're kind of doing it in a way where it's just like, not technology just in itself, but...
Looks and feels of stuff.
Yeah, like, it's just everything. I don't know. Just to me, it
prefer
just...
it.
Do you?
That's where I'm different than you. Yeah, I prefer it. And that's like you saw like House of the Devil. It was the same type of thing. How they put it back. Anything that's filmed now but has an 80s look, I appreciate it for that, if you can pull it off.
Right.
Yeah, but see, that felt like an 80s movie to me, dude. Like, that seems like I literally threw in a VHS. Now, Sleepaway Camp 4 seems like a movie made today. Like, there's Jonathan Tiersten, too. That always
Well, you know why? It's because of the wardrobe, too.
That too, exactly.
It didn't mash. Like, they're trying to do 80s, but they're dressing everybody up like dirtbag kind of kids from the 90s or 2000s. There was some kind of weird off. Something was offset. It didn't mesh the right way. But at the same time, it was still interesting. And I don't know. Like, I understand what Dave's saying. Like, and I understand what you're saying. And I'm in the middle there because I didn't think it was that bad. You know, it was entertaining at the least.
That's what I say. It's not bad. I only saw it one time, and I didn't think it was bad. But when I listened to the show, I was surprised at the amount. I was. Oh, really? You guys really thought it was that bad? It just kind of took me by surprise a bit. But whatever. Different strokes.
I think it sucks. So.
I'll say it the right way now. What did you think of Return to Sleepaway Camp?
Okay.
And now this is a completely different... Like, I clearly don't know how to word my question, so I'll just reword that.
The thing about Return to Sleepaway Camp, well, I saw it before I saw Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3. I saw it right when it first come out because I saw the original when I was a teenager. I come by the VHS of it at a little mom and pop's video rental place, and of course, like most horror fans, the ending blew me away, and I was hooked. And when I heard that Return to Sleepaway Camp was in the works, I was like, yeah, of course I got to see this. And it, to me, like you guys said, I didn't think it was a bad, well, maybe bad.
Yeah, it's like bad but okay in a way.
It pales in
Not
comparison to the original, and for it being written and directed by the same guy,
Robert Heltzig.
Yeah, it didn't do a lot for me. But that being said, I've watched it several times. It's not horrible. And then after finally getting to see parts 2 and 3, and as much as I love them, I'm like, yeah, they really should have continued on that route instead of, which I understand why he didn't. I'm sure Robert Hiltzik probably doesn't even acknowledge those.
Yeah.
But I think he should. I think Felissa Rose was terribly wasted, and Jonathan Tiersten. Both of them terribly wasted in that film.
That's what I said to her. I was trying, when I interviewed her, I was trying to allude to the idea. Sometimes I try to, steer people in directions when I interview them. And, I was like, were you happy in the capacity that they used you in Return to Sleepaway Camp? But she just didn't buy the bait. She was like, yeah, I was so happy to be playing a crazy role like that. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, honey.
Listen, sugar tits.
Yeah, come on. Okay, I love you.
She ain't gonna admit that though, dude. But you can see where she's coming from too. Where even her saying that would probably upset somebody. The director or anybody.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a lot of politics. But dude, she was fucking probably at the very least a little let down that she wasn't given a full fucking role. But she ain't gonna say that.
No, she's gung-ho and she's happy about it, has the right attitude. It's better than her being a bitch and snobbing it, like some other people.
And I'm sure the movie, doing that film, started getting her a lot more work, I'm sure.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, clearly it did. She was, I think she was in about 5 movies since then.
She's so fucking hot, dude. Oh,
her lips, man. Oh, my God.
Lord. Oh.
Gary Garver interviews a guy dressed up as Darth Nihilus from Star Wars at a Comic-Con convention.
Who are you?
I am Darth Nihilus.
Do you still live at home with your mother?
No, do you?
No, I don't.
Oh, good.
Do you
kind of sound like you do.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you feel gay for being so into Star Wars?
No, do you?
I'm not into Star Wars.
Oh, that's too bad, then.
Not really.
Yeah.
I wouldn't dress up like that, dude.
Yeah, well, too bad.
Is it?
Yeah.
Have you ever picked up a chick by talking to her about Star Wars?
No.
No?
Have you?
Have I?
Yeah.
Don't talk about it, dude.
Okay.
All right.
You seem to be talking about it a lot today.
Well, I'm asking people like you who
I
are
see.
freaky looking.
I see.
Yeah. Why are you getting so offended, man?
I'm not. When you act like an asshole, when people treat you like that, don't be surprised.
Hey, what else you guys say to me? You're an asshole for fucking dressing like that.
My name is
Darth Nihilus.
And they put his name on a whole bunch of lists for, telemarketers.
Uh-huh.
And here's Darth Nihilus getting a call from a telemarketer.
Yes.
Okay, is Darth home?
I am Darth Nihilus.
I'm sorry?
Darth Nihilus.
Exactly. Are they available?
Yes.
Oh, okay. This is I'm calling you from University.
Oh, good.
I received a form that you submitted about trying to get yourself a bachelor's degree in management.
Yes.
Okay, that's something that you are interested in?
Yeah.
Okay. So where do you work right now?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No, do you?
No, well, if you don't know where you work, I don't think you want to attend school.
Oh, that's too bad, then.
Oh, you have a degree?
No, do you?
Oh, of course. That's why I'm calling you, to let you get one.
Oh, good.
Do you have one?
No.
You don't have one?
No, do you?
I I sure don't, but hey, Darth, if you're not interested in school, that's quite all right, okay?
When you act like an asshole, don't be surprised.
Oh, of course not. Do you want to go to school?
No, do you?
It sounds like you may need a degree, so I definitely want to help you out.
You seem to be talking about it a lot today.
Oh, of course. Because if you want a degree, that's what I'm here for.
Oh, good.
Yeah, but I don't want to waste anyone's time, you know. I know your time is precious, isn't it?
Yeah.
There you go. So your time is precious, so let's talk.
Clearly.
Is this for you?
Yes. I am Darth Nihilus. Darth Nihilus.
Would you like to get into school?
No, do you?
Are you interested in getting yourself a bachelor's in management?
No, do you?
Are you interested in attending school?
No, do you?
Howard Stern's beloved co-host, Robin Quivers.
She's been Shock Jock Howard Stern's radio wingwoman for over 30 years.
She's Howard Stern's right-hand woman, but now radio personality Robin Quivers is stepping out of the studio.
For more than 30 years, Robin Quivers has been by Howard Stern's side as his news anchor and, of course, his foil.
Hi, this is Robin, and you're listening to The Skeleton Crew.
So, Cody, now you've been listening, since Sleepaway Camp, that was the summer, so I guess you went back to April.
Immediately after listening to the Sleepaway Camp retrospective.
Cool, thanks, man. That's awesome, dude. That's so cool that, because I was going to ask you which was the show that actually hooked you, so clearly that's the answer. And I apologize to that dude who turned Cody onto this.
Yeah, sorry, man. We're douchebags. I admit it.
Yeah. So now here's why this is important that you're on, Cody. What you don't know is, tonight, the night that this show is released, this is an historic night for the Skeleton Crew. And Dan, I didn't tell Dan either. Nobody knows this.
What you got, son?
Tonight is the night that we officially, Dan and I, came to the conclusion that we can no longer work with Michael J. It's interesting because Cody is still friends with Mike, and that's cool. He's been on his show. I would love to hear your perspective. You know, you're into the show, you're digging how things are going. The Halloween Movie Awards comes to an end. And then the next show, we make the announcement that Mike is not here anymore.
Oh, man. That's a lot to swallow. Mainly, I was just depressed about it. It was like when your mom and dad are fighting. I mean, I thought all you guys were great, and I just hated to see the three amigos break up,
Yeah, so did I. I hated it. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what are we going to do now, Mike? He was like kind of like my safety net in a way.
Yeah, and the whole time I just remember thinking, what a shame, they got such a great thing going, and, I didn't know what to think, but I was like, I love what you guys do. Of course, I'm going to keep listening to the show, and then shortly after Mike announced that he was going to come out with his, with the new show, with the Morbidly Made, and I was like, well, I'm going to stick with that too, and
Right.
just like I followed Matt, BananaLaser, and I am super glad I did that, guys, because I fucking love BananaLaser. You guys, with the Halloween retrospective, you guys just fucking killed it. That the
Thanks,
Halloween
brother. Thank
5
you.
and 6 retrospective. Oh my god, I laughed so hard I damn near shit myself.
You guys do have an
Thank you.
off-the-wall fucking show, dude. I love it.
Yeah, what do you expect at us to? Shit, it's
Exactly.
gonna be off the wall.
Cody, was I spot on or what with that? Like, when I said that everybody should listen to their Halloween, was I right or what, man?
Oh yeah, man.
Fucking gold.
Dave, that was you guys best stuff yet, in my opinion. You guys just keep getting better. I love what you're doing. I love how you bring a lot of the more obscure films, even some, like I said, that I haven't seen, and just like I have with the Skeleton Crew, some of these movies, I thought like I said, until I saw Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3, I thought I'd seen all the great 80s slashers. I didn't know jack shit, apparently.
Hey, neither do we, man. But somehow we felt we were qualified to be here.
We're not worthy.
So what was it like? So there's 3 stages of us. Mike leaving, then you got the couple shows in between. So I want to get your thoughts on those, and then your thoughts on Jamie coming in and what you thought that brought. So how did you feel in like late November, December when it was just me and Dan? What was going through your head then?
Well, I knew you guys. I knew it was going to be an adjustment.
Right.
And, my main concern, I was like, God, I hope the guys don't just say to hell with it and call it quit,
We probably should have.
Yeah, right.
Because I just want to say this: if I don't convey any other message this night or tonight, rather,
yeah.
I just want to say during the 2000s, I was huge into horror. As long as I can remember, and that's one of the main things I connected with you guys with right off the bat. Mainly with Alex, with your love of the Universal horror films. I grew up on those.
Cool.
And my grandmother, actually, I'll tell a little bit of a story here. My grandmother, when we were kids, of course, I lived out in the middle of nowhere, pretty much, out in the sticks. And whenever I was a kid, we had one of those ginormous satellite dishes in our backyard.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
If you wanted to watch different channels, you actually had to go out and loosen up some bolts and adjust. And my grandmother, and she's like barely 5 foot tall, she would go out and move this thing in the middle of the night so she could record those Universal horror films for me when I was like 7, 8 years old.
Wow.
Oh, shit, man.
And
wow.
I grew up on those and just remember watching them with her. And then about the time I was hit my teens, I got into 70s and 80s horror, and I was just head over heels since then with that. I went through everything I could find in my little podunk town I live in at the 2 mom and pops
video stores. Yeah,
we had, yeah. And I was one of those guys that would go in there and spend like 2 hours
staring at the boxes.
Yeah, trying to decide what they're in. And I was a teenager in the 90s, so of course there wasn't much going on with horror then, aside from Scream,
Yeah, just Scream, yeah.
Last summer. And by the time the 2000s got here, after I thought I'd got through pretty much all of the great 80s flicks, and when we got into the whole torture porn era, I really lost my interest in the genre, and it really broke my heart to do that, because to leave it behind, because it was such a big part of my upbringing. When I come across you guys in Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3, it kind of
reignited it.
Oh yeah, reignited my love for the genre, and I've been, like I said, because of you guys and BananaLaser and Morbidly Made, been getting to see these movies I didn't even know existed. Classics from the 70s and 80s, and it's a love fest for me. I mean, I think it's awesome what you guys are doing.
Thanks, dude.
It's really meant a lot to me.
Yeah, like literally, I told Dan this like 8-9 months ago. I said, man, this show has completely changed my point of view on horror itself, because I'm more apt to watching stuff I probably would have never bothered with. Sometimes it's our homework, like Jaws 1, 2, 3, and 4, and things like that. We'd never watch that on any regular day, but watching it for a retro is cool. And definitely keep on top of the current stuff. That is cool. We feel like we're living it, not just remembering it. I think, yeah, it's a great experience. I think if for everybody who's passionate enough, if you're passionate enough, it's like. And the thing interesting about BananaLaser is that I remember that Matt called us and left voicemails all the time. Or no, we were reading listener letters.
Listener letters! Holy shit, we haven't done that in forever, dude.
Need to bring that back, guys.
I'm gonna send one just so you do it, Dan. I'm gonna send a listener letter.
Listener letters. It don't get any better than listener letters.
And Matt was writing to us all of October last, and this is so weird, like how things come like full circle. He was writing to us. He was pretty much watching all the Halloween movies for the first time, or it seems like. If you listen back to those shows, like he never was into the whole franchise, and to think,
he still isn't.
Yeah, he still isn't. To think that he did that a year ago, and then a year later he put out probably, I think, the greatest shows in horror radio. With that topic is incredible, and if there was if anybody gave a flying fuck about this stuff, and they actually ranked any of these or took in, I think that shit would be in the top like 25 minimally.
And they do it, as a show, and it's a fun podcasting way to do it because you get to express all that shit. But but that's the thing. Like, okay, for me, it's we're all horror fans, and it obviously brings everybody together. Okay, so I think everybody's got their own path. Obviously, growing up, you watch certain movies and shit, but it's literally like a fucking exchange at this point. Like, yo, we got to do this. Have you guys seen this? And that's all it really is at the end of the day. I mean, one of the I'm not saying I had anything to do with it, but one of the proudest moments for me was when Alex got into Adam Green shit. Because I was a huge Adam Green fan for a while. And not to say that you were resistant, dude, because you weren't, but you just weren't into it. You were just like, yeah, I've heard of it. I saw Hatchet, yeah, whatever. And then, you got into it more. And for me, it's like shit like that. And then hearing what Cody just said, and, we've talked to you, Dave, before, and we all have stories like that, dude. So I think it all rubs off on everybody. And it's cool, man. That's what it's all about, right? I mean, like you said, I wouldn't, dude. We're not horror aficionados. We never claimed to be ever, but
Dave did.
Dave, yeah, but
he said he's the '80s. What was your title, Dave, on Class?
Oh, remember that shit? my little sub moniker on the site. Well, you said everybody pick a thing, so yeah, I did. I called myself the '80s slasher aficionado. Yes.
All right, sorry, Dave. Go ahead.
I'm really not, though. Someone said something yesterday on our Facebook page about freaking, Dave Z's seen everything. I'm like, nah. I go, I've probably seen 80% of the 80 slashers, but Jason Lloyd.
Right, Jason Lloyd's seen everything.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what?
I've seen a lot of 80 slashers, but.
Well, I think Lloyd and Dave are two aficionados, in my opinion. Lloyd clearly beats us all. He gets every screener in the world. He watches everything. Cody, now, so you dealt with the adjustment. It was just me and Dan. Jamie popped on. David Anders popped on. We did our own thing. So you didn't have to go through too much, I think. There was about 3 shows, maybe, with just us. So when Jamie comes on for the Texas Chainsaw retrospective, and we said she's our official person, was it a ray of sunlight for you?
Honestly, I was kind of on the fence at first. My main concern with Jamie was I was worried that I knew she did several other podcasts, and I was worried that she wouldn't be able to devote the time, and couldn't go into it wholeheartedly. But I was completely vindicated on that. She really has brought a different angle to the show, and I think she's awesome. Definitely, one thing I will say about Jamie, which I really wish she was here tonight, but she definitely keeps me guessing, because sometimes.
Oh, me too.
Oh yeah, whenever she gives a review on something, sometimes it'll be spot on, like that's exactly what I would say, and then the next time, the next movie to be like, exact opposite. Well, kind of like her with the Hatchet films.
Oh God!
Right.
Or the Nightmare remake. I was listening to it was you guys' show. I don't remember what episode though, but when you were talking about your remakes, and I literally almost ran off the road when she said, "Oh yeah, I liked the Nightmare on Elm Street remake a lot better than the Friday the 13th or Texas Chainsaw remake." I was like, "What?"
What?
What? Yeah, like, I can't believe she likes that movie. I remember Mike tried to convince me that he had the weirdest argument. He said to me and Mike used to do our own Sunday show when we were on this other shit show, and we used to do a Sunday show, and it was just me and him. And he said, dude, the Nightmare on Elm Street remake, it's good on this was his argument, believe it or not. It's good on Blu-ray. And I was like, really?
Makes no sense.
That somehow changed the content of it.
Yeah. I can see now.
I can see shit clearly.
I can see clearly now.
The rain is
the
gone.
shit is gone.
So I actually bought into this, and I was like, well, maybe he meant like, you know, you watch it again. You know, you already know what you're in for. So just same thing with Evil Dead remake. You know, that happened to me. You know what you're in for. Let's give it another roll. I did. And here's what I took away from it. The movie absolutely sucks. But the one cool part, and it's only because I'm a guy, is the whole part with that blonde. Do you guys know her name? She's smoking hot.
Katie Cassidy.
Katie Cassidy? Oh, God. Like, I could just edit that part and just keep that and just watch it every week, man. Like, she's so hot, it carries me through her scenes. I don't know. Am I that shallow, or is it good, that part?
It is good, and yes, you're shallow. But, you know, the Nightmare remake does have a lot of good shit in it, I think, because I've rewatched it a few times, and dude, you know, I watched it recently because it was on TV, and I went back and watched it again just to fucking see what I saw in that viewing, which is, it's not like, okay, it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I really do like what they did with a lot of shit. So my biggest problem with that movie is I had different expectations for it. Like, I thought they could have taken all the dream sequences and really done something cool with them. Visually, not like, oh, he's stepping into a CGI. Like, no. And we're not getting little fucking Freddy heads, like, you know, what was it? Whatever. Just like, it's not Freddy's dead. Yeah, it's not like that.
With the meatball? He was in the meatball pizza?
In the meatball pizza. Yeah, exactly.
I love soul food. Yeah.
Oh, part 5.
Yeah, you gotta love part 5, dude.
Okay, yeah, sure
but
you do.
It's just, to me, though, okay, I understand its problems and whatever, but I don't know, man. I really enjoyed the last few watches, so.
Yeah? Oh, thank God Cody's not driving.
Cody, you're dead. You're dead. It's not that bad. I understand people's gripes with it, though, but it's whatever, you know?
Awesome. By the way, I listened to the last show, of course, and Jerry was talking about how he listened to that infamous episode recently. And I got to tell you, I listened to it this year, too. I had to. That falls in line now, for me, with every other October tradition.
Really?
Yes,
dude, everybody thinks we were, like, really, like, joking or that was not real.
Oh, no. That's what's great about it, that it is real.
I thought so.
That's the entertainment value in it. So I'm going to listen to this show every fucking year. It's part of my rotation now. Just like anything else. Just so
much awkwardness.
Are you going to make the Tom Atkins interview a yearly part of your life?
I planned on it, and I listened to the show this year, but I only listened to the first half. I didn't actually get to the interview. I somehow ran out of time.
You son of a...
I planned on it. I mean...
How can you forget Tom friggin'
Oh, I didn't forget. You know what happened?
Grill me, you sons of bitches.
Remember he picked up the phone that way, Alex? Like, when we first picked up the phone, he goes, "Thrill me!" And we were just like, yeah! we were so amped
That's
from that
awesome.
second on. We were like, actually, we're not recording yet, but oh, it was great, dude.
That's great. Well, you guys put out so much shit of your own and long shows this October. Not to mention my shows, which I had to listen to before they went out to the public because I always have to. There was just not enough time. But it was on the agenda. It was going to be Michael J. first, of course, because that's top notch, followed by Tom Atkins. But I just ran out of time in the Atkins episode. But now that you mention it, fuck it, I don't care if it's November. I'm listening tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. I had to hear that again in the summer because I love that guy so much. I just had to check that out again. I just hope that the Halloween Movie Awards becomes a tradition.
Oh, I listened to. I couldn't even wait for October. I think I listened to that. You know what I did? Yeah. Well, I was preparing for our. Well, you know what, gentlemen? I was preparing for our retrospective. So on top of watching the Halloween movies, I was in such a mood for them because it was, it wasn't October yet. We started the thing. We started recording before October began. So
yeah, of course,
yeah, you know how it goes. So I'm watching the movies and I have all this on the mind. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta listen to the Halloween Movie Awards. So I listened to I listened to the Halloween Movie Awards, and then I listened to the infamous show that we were speaking of earlier when it was just you and Dan, and then halfway through the show you acknowledged the elephant in the room and that Michael wasn't there, because that's just an interesting show, The Podcast Divided. You know?
Yeah, you remember the titles? Jesus, thanks.
I know. Well, that one, of course, because it's a good ass title. I don't remember every title, but that was a good title, so it stuck with.
A Podcast Divided.
We're so happy to hear you say that too, because me and Alex kind of struggle with that one because we
hate it pretty much.
No, it's not. It's not that. It's not that. It's the. I'm talking about the Halloween Awards because I think. Listen, it's like this. Not that we read too much into it, but we put so much into that. We put a lot into that, and there was a ton of editing and not editing, but you know what I mean, like
producing.
Yeah, producing, production, and with everything, and it took so long, and I don't know. It just for some reason when people mention shows, they don't mention that a lot. And me and Alex are always like,
really.
Fuck, man, I guess they didn't like it. But I know people do and shit, and they dig it, but it didn't seem like it had a good payoff for all the time we put in for it. People, you know what I mean? It's just, it's one of those
I thought
shows.
It was regarded automatically. Do you guys remember when I put that thing up about a year ago or so? Maybe not a year ago, but I put up the awards, the Skeleton Crew Awards on the group page.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. What did I have? Do you remember what I had selected as best overall episode?
That wasn't the time.
Yeah, that was the award for best overall episode, Halloween award. So that was.
Well, you're the only one with good taste.
No bullshit, Cody. I know you love it. Come on, right?
Oh yeah.
Right, Cody.
Absolutely. It was so different from anything you guys have done.
Well, that's
thus far. Yeah.
I think it's obvious. The Friday the 13th retro, it's always going to be near and dear to me. It started me on the show, and I'm, how I feel about the Friday series, of course. Even though it was the early days and it wasn't what it is now, I still love those shows, and I listen to them the most. But after those, the Halloween movie.
Would you shut the fuck up?
No, I look so fondly. A lot of people write to me and stuff, and on Facebook, and they say, are you still? Did you ever start talking to Mike again? Do you look back on those shows and you don't like them anymore? I don't know. I'm very fond of all that. I don't think Mike was like the bad periods of our show.
No,
shit happens in life.
No, they're all enjoyable. Yeah, shit does happen, but this show is great regardless of who else was on it. As long as you two were there, and I'm not saying those guys aren't great because Jamie's great too, of course. And Michael was great, too, in his own way. It was just, It's different. They're great for different reasons, but they're all very enjoyable. And you know what? You can see you got your shit unfold towards the end. And even on the show, on the Halloween show, you guys are kind of bickering a little bit. But to me, maybe I'm sick, but I kind of enjoy that. And then I enjoy the falling apart thing and what it led to because you guys succeeded. I mean, if that would have been the end of the show, then I would have never listened to that show again, The Podcast Divided. It would have been depressing. But now to see what happened in the journey where you are now, it's very interesting. It's like subplots,
Yeah, right.
Show.
Yeah, honestly, that Halloween Awards, I think Mike did a great job.
He did.
I thought he was on point the whole time. I don't have anything against that. I'm proud as shit that he was on that and he did what he did. it's a weird balance. Like, is it like, do you care more that Mike messed up this whole great thing, or is it great that Jamie came in and made it better? In my opinion, it's. So
I think everything happens for a reason. To be perfectly honest with you, I know it sounds cheesy, but I really like the way everything ended up,
panned out. Yeah.
And the thing is, everybody thinks that we are divided and shit like that. I mean, I've reached out to Mike a few times, and he's been less than receptive. I had one conversation with him, and it didn't end well. But the thing is, dude, I love Mike, and that's the thing. That's Mike. Like, Mike is Mike, and you love him or hate him. I'll always love Mike. I think he's a great dude. It's just we all had different priorities, and me and Alex's priorities just happened to align a certain way, and it didn't go that way for everybody, which is fine, dude. I'm not gonna sit here and talk shit, I mean,
you guys spent
whatever.
a lot of time together. You guys spent a lot of time together recording.
And
the hours that go into that, you make bonds.
And regardless of what happens, dude, regardless of what happens off fucking air or whatever you want to call it, dude, that doesn't mean anything for fucking when we're all talking movies and when we're all like, basically friends and shit like that. It doesn't infringe on it at all. But that's the thing, though. It's all about how you make it work after. Something like that could have broke us down and really fucked things up, but we just chose to keep going, doing our thing, and I think it worked out for the better, man. I really do. But that doesn't take away from Mike. That doesn't take away from Jamie. Being those old shows with Mike were good, too. I think all of them were equally as fun and insightful and, all the same shit that I usually get out of all the shows, So, except for the House 3 review.
That was the only show I think we really regret.
Sucked. Well, 2.
Yeah, right. I just think what bugs me the most about this whole thing with Mike is his reasons behind it all. I mean, it just made no sense. You think that you're starting something genuine with somebody that, this is more about friendship than it is about shows or how you look or anything like that. And the whole reason we're called the Skeleton Crew is because the joke was that it was a show without a host. Because at that time, we didn't know any better, and we thought that we were on a show with a good host. Like, we didn't know what the possibilities really were in doing horror radio and things like that. We thought it was just, being unprepared and just chit-chatting and shit like that, and that's all you could really do with it. We didn't know any better. So to us, it was like, well, we have no one steering the ship, we have no direction, but we're just all going to get in and do it, and it's going to be cool. And the craziest part about that whole aspect is that I stepped up to what, my responsibilities were. I said, I do have a vision here, and I do feel that there's a way to do this differently and to make it fulfilling to horror fans, to people who just like good, fun talk. Just how do you do both of those combined? How do you keep a show fun? How do you keep it good? How do you keep it this and that? And just make it completely fulfilled and not just like one-dimensional. I really, really stepped up and came through for Mike. And Dan was, the guy I brought in, and he came through for me. And I appreciated Dan, but Mike didn't appreciate me at all. Because it just became so much work, and the shows were going out so often, and he didn't realize that when you actually do put work into a show, unlike what we were doing before, it's actually harder to get them out every week. It takes more time, it takes more preparation, there's just so much more to it. So the reason Mike turned on me, the ultimate reason, was because I said, Mike, this is taking up too many of my days during the week, and I have so many other interests, bro. I said, we got to move this to once every 10 days. We can't do once a week, because this is a real show now that we're doing. And he just would not go for that. He felt that when I changed the schedule of once every week to once every 10, can you imagine this? 3 days I asked for. He felt that me doing that was taking over, and I needed to be knocked down a few pegs, because it's his show too, and I don't call those shots. Imagine, I'm doing all the production, And he called himself producer, by the way. I didn't even get credit for that. Imagine that. And now look at the production of his, or I'll give you a little clip in a minute of the production of his show, and look at the production of this one. Did it change at all when Mike left? Did anything really change? No. So, I mean, the writing is on the wall. It's just really despicable. And you want to know the sickest part about the whole 10-day thing and how we broke up because of that? Now that he has to do the production, he could barely get 2 shows out a month because now he has to do what I did. And it's all cool now because it's Mike. But when I said I couldn't do it, oh shit. He's going to start throwing his weight around and fuck shit up on our show. The fact that Mike, turned on me and he hates me for saying I can't do this with you, and he will not talk to me for a straight year now, and we've been friends for 10 years, just like amazes the hell out of me because he has a friend, if you want to call him that literally robbed him. For some reason, Mike put his credit card on this dude's phone account for his cell phone, and it was only supposed to be temporary or something, or he was going to get paid back. And then he said, dude, can you take my credit card off your phone? I can't pay anymore. And this dude refused to do it. He fucking ripped Mike off for $2,000. Months went by. Mike didn't know how to say, just scream and say, what the fuck are you doing? And Mike was on disability. Mike was making no money. And this guy still took Mike's money for his cell phone so he didn't have to pay. I mean, this is a true piece of human garbage. And Mike's friends with him again. But me, somebody who Mike attacked.
Well, who knows? Maybe one day there's a reunion special. Maybe when that one, maybe
Dave, I was thinking the same thing.
Right? Just for shits and giggles. If Mike wants to do it, why not?
Well, that's all it is, guys. I'm sorry, but me and Alex do want to do it. Mike don't. I mean, listen, I respect Mike for that. I get it. I get it. Because I don't know. I don't want to air out too much of it, but last conversation I had with him, let's just put it this way: it didn't end with a normal inside voice.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't want it to be that way. I tried so hard, but he just, I don't know.
Yeah, well, yeah. He is who he is.
Exactly, and that's what it is, dude. Like I said, I think everything happens for a reason, dude. I mean, I don't want anybody to ever fucking fail in this world. I want everybody to have fun and everybody to do their thing, And if it just happens, you're doing your thing with a different co-host on a podcast. Like, to me, as long as you're having fun, talking movies, and everybody's fucking, having a good time, well, you're good. It's money. There it is. It's all you need.
Don't take shots. That's all it comes down to. As long as nobody takes shots at this, I can see at first.
Dude. John Rhodes is riding me like a Harley, bro. I mean,
fuck him.
Yeah, fuck him,
really?
Dude. He thinks he's something, he knows shit about anybody. He doesn't know shit, dude.
Well, and not only that, he doesn't know you, and you guys have no history, really.
Yeah, exactly. So him taking jabs at me, he just sounds like a fucking retard.
That's like the chick, 2 chicks fighting, and then, her friend comes in and starts pulling her hair. It's like, bitch, who are you?
Exactly.
What the fuck are you doing?
You're right.
Right?
Just to prove that Mike went on, and he's doing just fine.
Mm-hmm.
And his production value, the production value of the Skeleton Crew to his show has not changed, and I'm going to prove that right now. Because I think he's still doing just fine. And this proves that he can do just as good or better without us. And
how do you have a relationship? Same way parents have a relationship with a child that doesn't talk.
But what I take from you saying, shut up, Mike, 1 second, let me fucking say this. What I take away, Rich, is that you're saying that the reason that you really got drawn into this was because this mysterious character that we've grown up with, that we've known for so many years, we're actually finally getting some character development explanation behind that doesn't involve stupid rocks. So
I just don't want anybody to focus on the 10-second delay on Mike's track.
Exactly.
That's understandable. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mike.
I just wanted to say that it always made me want to perch some snort on somebody's
Did you do it? Did you ever once do it?
Yes. I always, when I No, because it's weird. When
Oh,
I
God,
first saw
Mike.
that and I heard that, I'm like, I wonder what that means. And then, like, I went home later that night and I thought about it and I was like,
my God.
Oh, that's what
All right.
he's talking about. Okay.
Moving along. Ryan, what are your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I mean, having a 10-second delay on your track, it does not mess up the show at all.
Let's release that. That'll be gold. That's perfect. No, it's perfect the way it is. Put it out.
Did you say
Put it out.
perch some snork? Is that what he said?
Yeah, he was quoting William Forsythe in Rob Zombie's Halloween.
He says that line, perch some snork?
I want to purge. Yeah, I should. The bimbo at the bingo lounge. I should purge my snork all over.
That's what he
flats.
says? I never understood what he said. There was so much yelling going on. Perch my snork. Okay.
All right, guys, it's See No Evil 2000. It appears 6. That's when this came out. It stars. The real name of Kane is Glenn Jacobs, and they actually went witty with this and called him Jacob Goodnight.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Yeah, how clever.
Awesome name,
Yes.
though.
Yeah, Jacob Goodnight.
Yeah, it's like Mr. Sandman, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Starring a smoking hot Puerto Rican chick named Christina Vidal.
She's hot, man.
Oh,
She's always been hot. What the fuck is she in? She was in something.
Freaky Friday with Jamie Lee Curtis.
That's not what I'm talking about.
No, wasn't that Lindsay Lohan?
Oh, yeah, but she was in it, though.
Yeah, but she was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was in it.
Life with Mikey and Welcome to the Dollhouse. That's her only other two famous. That's what she's known for.
Welcome to the Dollhouse. That's right. Okay. Yeah, man. Okay, I'm sorry. Continue. Yeah, she is hot though.
Yeah. Oh God, Never mind. My girlfriend sometimes listens. Michael Asshole Pagan as Ty. Oh, is he the asshole or is he the black guy?
Ty's the black guy.
I like the black guy. Yeah, I hate the asshole guy. The
pimp. They made him a pimp.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Samantha Noble is the chick with the tattoos all over her back and shit.
She's hot.
Steven. Oh, I can't wait to talk about Steven Vidler, dude. Okay, fuck all these people. Okay, ready? So let's get into this. Now, Dan, this is one of your favorite movies, right?
Slashers, yeah.
Slashers, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie.
Yeah, motherfucker!
There you go.
Am I stupid or like what do you guys think?
Dude, this movie's fucking great.
No.
If you like slashers, how could you not like this?
It's a decent slasher. That's what it is for this day and age. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a decent slasher. It's not groundbreaking. It's not whatever. But you know, there's so few slashers these days that when a decent one comes along, we probably like it more than we should just because of that. Because there's a lack of them.
Really?
You know?
Yeah. It was for the most part just an 80s slasher. I mean, do you think that if this would have actually come out in the 80s, it would have been one of the major franchises? Spawned a bunch of sequels, right off the bat?
Early 80s? I think so.
He was too big for an 80s slasher guy. That was like later on when Jason got big and everybody got big. It was
everybody got bigger, yeah.
Yeah, it was more of a 2000 era thing because of that, because the slashers weren't huge, and now they are. We're accustomed to seeing it. And freaking Kane is a monster. I mean, wow.
Yeah, different dynamics, yeah. And also I don't know, I kind of feel like these enclosed area type movies, these house.
Right.
In a house movies, I feel like they're just supposed to be now. What 80s movie was ever like this? I mean, none of them.
Oh, no. There was plenty.
Do you think?
Yeah, sure. Are you kidding me? People, like, trapped in one house?
Yeah.
Well,
I can't think of a single one, and I know a lot of them.
Night of the Demons, for one. Freaking
All right.
Slaughter High.
Yeah.
Slaughter High, Night of the Demons. Well, shit, there's a couple more. I want to say Class Reunion Massacre.
Yeah, but these are all like, you're naming all these like fucking crazy B movies.
Well,
that
yeah,
are,
but
like,
they're 80s. You know what I mean? That's what I associate.
Slaughter High.
That's what I said. Slaughter High, absolutely. You know?
This was more extravagant than that, it seems.
Well, think about it. What else nowadays is like that? I mean, what are you going to say, Saw 2 or something? I mean, I guess. But you think that's more of a staple of modern horror slashers, of them being under one roof together like that? I think it's more... between now and the 80s, I would say it's more something you would have seen in the 80s.
Yeah?
I don't know. I mean, what they did
To
they did
me-
it in Resurrection a little bit. I don't know.
To me, it's all about the setup. And the way they set this up was what? Delinquent kids. Are they in juvie or whatever? Whatever it is. However old they are.
That's total 2000s, though.
Right, exactly. But this is what I'm saying, though.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
it has all the elements of an 80s slasher and shit like that. But no, it's fucking 2006 when they made this, dude. It's a whole different fucking world. But as long as you keep those basic elements, which is put a bunch of people in the same place, have a killer running around, it's pretty fucking simple. So at this point in the game, it's all about, well, what do you do? Where do you go? And some people choose to, we're gonna go on a plane, or we're gonna go put Jason on a boat, and all these other things. But
Get out of here!
no, but I'm saying though, I'm trying to make a point though, which is the fact that it's very simple what you do. So this little angle that they took. Okay, these kids are gonna go fucking fix up dilapidated house to get time off.
Okay, Dan, how about this, though? Does it make any sense that these people live in that house? That's the one thing I have a little umbrage with.
It's not a house. It's a hotel, first of all. But okay.
Oh, that's right. It is a hotel.
I'm drunk, dude. I've been drinking for how many hours have we been doing this?
I stopped counting.
And I stopped counting my beers after 6.
You count them?
Well, they're laying next to me full of piss.
You kind of have to count them then, I guess, yeah?
Yeah, it's easy that way. I just look to my right,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Dan, don't trip on that. And
You know what, though? I think you're right, Alex.
That's what the smell is down here.
It's a rotting corpse. It's the piss. It's what else? Rotting bananas now? Shit. No, but you know what? There are a lot of modern movies that are that do take place under one roof.
Right.
Like Feast. Feast does it.
Feast is amazing.
Yeah,
Yes.
they do it there.
Yes,
Something
yes.
else I was thinking of. Record. That movie?
Yeah.
Or
Right.
Quarantine for
yeah,
the
Jason
States.
Lloyd loves that movie.
Oh, it's fucking phenomenal.
It is
absolutely.
good.
Oh yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
That takes place under one roof, and so does. How about that movie when they're trapped in the store? Splinter. Did you guys see that movie? The second half takes,
with the dude from Road Trip. Yeah.
yeah, the second half takes place when they're trapped in a store.
Sure.
But then again, you have Intruder from the '80s, which is another '80s slasher where they're trapped inside one place, or you have The Mist. I don't know. It just
Oh, yeah, when they're in the convenience store, can of peas.
Canopies.
You have the John Carpenter new movie that was in an asylum. Like, it's always, like, just trapped in some kind of place. What's that movie called? Session or something?
Session 9, you mean?
Lord?
Yeah.
Was it? Oh, yeah.
Session 9 is incredible. That
Yeah, it is
movie
damn
is
good.
fucked, dude. Alex, have you seen Session 9, dude?
Oh, dude, I saw it when it came out, man. What the fuck you talking about, bitch? You know who I am, motherfucker?
You know who the fuck I am?
Session 9, was that the one with the dude from NYPD Blue?
CSI
Red-haired guy.
Miami.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's good,
yeah,
though.
dated.
Wow.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I love that.
Hill
movie,
Street
dude.
Blues.
Yeah.
Rambo.
Okay, well, here's the hugest thing I want to talk about, and this is not... Oh, by the way, guys, this is a full review, spoilers intact. There's and we've said this plenty of times on this show, so it's becoming a running joke almost at this point. There is a Rob Dyer character in this movie. Like,
awesome.
I'm sorry, man. You set this movie up. You start the movie off with 2 cops going into the lair, or whatever you want to call it, of Kane, who's the killer. And you see somebody with their eyes gouged out, and Kane chops a cop's fucking, like, from his elbow down, his arm off. you know, it ends there. The cop survives. He shoots Kane in the head. It's the big intro. It's a big intro.
That's a solid fucking start to a movie, dude. When he kills the cop, dude, behind the fucking sheet. And that's the thing. Alex said it's a lair. Yeah. It's a normal looking house. Like, it's just a house.
Oh, is it? Okay.
But that's the point I want to make about the hotel later. So go ahead.
Well, you know what it is? It's the curtains and shit. I figure it's like a fucking lair.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So here's the problem. There's a major problem with this.
Mm-hmm.
One would think that when you start a movie that way, that there's some kind of fucking amazing character arc with this cop with one hand.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Right? So you would think, holy shit, he's gonna just come in at the end and do some crazy shit and get redemption. Like, you have to think that, okay? What happens to the cop? He just randomly dies in the middle of nowhere in the movie. Like, what is this?
You just explained it yourself, though. You just
they
said
swerved
it.
you. They swerved us.
Well, yeah, I mean, of course they did, man. They're setting it up for that.
But it was supposed to be a WTF.
Exactly. That was the whole
question
point.
is, did it work?
Did it work? See, I thought so.
I don't think so.
No.
It didn't for me the first time I saw it. Honestly, I was like, well, what the fuck? I thought he was the main character. You know?
Yeah, that's pretty much me, too. Yeah, you're right.
I was just there for Kane. I was just excited to see Kane and knowing he was the killer and everything else I could care less about. I was like,
oh, come on, Dave. You weren't sidetracked by this guy's fucking rubber arm. Like, you're going to tell me you didn't think anything was going to come of this?
Yeah, I assumed it would, but you know what? When it didn't, that's almost just as cool, because don't you think it's nice to get swerved? It's nice to get swerved.
Right. Yeah, I think so.
Hey, I thought something was going to come of it. The rubber arm.
Yeah, we all did.
Two girls are sitting going to smoke a cigarette, and the one girl says, hey, you think you wax off with that thing?
Yeah, that was pretty good, huh?
She probably wants to get fisted by that thing. She's like, holy shit. Yeah, okay, so that's my only... I think, at this point, I mean, I don't know. That's my only gripe with the whole entire movie. I mean, maybe I'm just looking at it from a typical eye who thinks that there's a formula to movies and some things should happen, but... whatever. Okay.
Well, I mean, think about all those movies that have done the fucking switch. You know, I mean, even going back to Psycho, you know, and Scream and with Drew Barrymore and shit. But even looking even closer, like Hostel, dude, which was made 2005, a year before, they did the same fucking thing, which was
what was the switch there? I forgot.
Derek Richardson. They take the mask off and you find out it's the main character, the likable one, and then they kill him off. So. They've been doing this since day one, and yeah, you're right though. The question is, does it work? You know, and listen, I think it works in the context of this story and this type of movie. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it has to be like, this is a huge revelation. I was, like Cody said, I was just like, oh shit, they just killed him? Well, these kids are fucked, because you're left with these characters that, you know...
they can't take care of themselves.
Exactly, that's it, you know? And she grabs the gun, and yeah, they're fucked, you know?
Yeah, she took the gun. Well, how about this, though?
Yes.
Another... Okay, I made a mistake. There's two... They tripped 2 times.
Mm-hmm.
Another one. The fucking... The other older chick. The woman who's like a guard or whatever the fuck, who's going to be engaged, and she puts it on her other hand. I'm not sure if I want to marry the guy. She just gets fucking grabbed by the throat and pushed up against the ceiling in an elevator, and she's dead.
Right. Yeah, I wasn't crazy about that. Yeah, you're right.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. I remember that kill, and I didn't think much of it at all. I thought they could have done something more creative with it. Yeah, you're right. Absolutely.
Yeah, where's the arc?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Yeah. There's not really an arc between any of these characters, though.
No, and that's where the movie really suffers. I thought, the cop, like you said, the cop was the only character you were really invested in from the start, and then they kill him off. And personally, I didn't give a shit about the rest of the characters.
Mm-hmm. No, I gave a shit about that Puerto Rican chick.
Yeah.
Not because any other reason. Not for any depth.
Not the right kind of shit.
Yeah, only about 7 inches of depth is what I care about.
There's certain things in this movie though that you're right though. Like, and listen, I'm not going to debate the fact that all these characters aren't that likable, because they're not. They're just not. But to me, I don't know, dude. I swear, man. Like, what the fuck is a slasher, dude? Now, granted, like Friday 4, Crispin Glover and Teddy, and they all got fucking great little character arcs, so to somewhat, to some extent rather. Yeah. But with this though, dude, I don't know. Maybe I'm not looking for that in this movie. Do you know what I mean? Like Dave said, I'm here for Kane. I'm kind of with Dave, dude. I want to see him fuck shit up, dude.
Dan, here's the problem with that.
There is no problem with that.
No, there's a problem with that view.
Yes.
They set it up for that.
Right.
Like, I'm not looking for anything until you give me something.
Right.
So when you set up arcs and they don't happen,
right.
Like, okay, you're right though. Like Psycho, Janet Leigh is supposed to give the money back, patch shit up, and somehow come up with the money she spent on the car, and you figure, she's headed somewhere in life, and Norman Bates cuts it short, and it's like, holy shit.
Right.
I don't know though. I don't know if it worked like that here.
It's not going to work. Yeah, that's the thing. It's not going to work as good as those great movies. And this isn't like... This is why I said, well, this is one of my favorite slashers. Because that doesn't mean, like, it's a great fucking film. I like a lot of fucking movies, dude. Non-horror movies, too. Like, I'm just a big movie buff in general. So, for slashers particularly, I can watch Place Beyond the Pines and get all those emotional fucking in-depth things I need from that. And if I want to watch Kane fuck some people up, and you're totally right with the character arc thing, but I just think it doesn't matter. I'm here for a good time. I'm here to see some fucking cool kills, and whatever. And then they throw the twist in at the end. Well, I guess you could call it a twist, but whatever. The surprise at the end type of thing. I just think it's it's a fun film. And actually, this is one of my favorite drinking movies. Like, I love getting shit.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, it's just because
and you can.
Right.
I'm sorry. No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I just think it's perfect for it because of that exact reason which you're explaining, Alex, which is I don't expect shit from this. And it's almost like within that lack of expectation is where I find the beauty. You know what I mean? It's just like, yeah, this is fun, mindless shit, and it's a good time. It's a fun setup. The characters are, take them or leave them, like them, hate them, whatever. But at the end,
I think they're workable. I like most of it. Hey, believe it or not, even here's what I liked about them, dude. They were all realistic. They weren't they weren't pandering to the audience.
Yep.
Like they weren't like, hey, like me, I'm the guy you like, I'm the guy you hate, I'm the guy this. The only one who was the guy you hate, I guess, is the pimp, and clearly just from who he is, what kind of person he is.
Right, and he lasts a long time, which is another thing. And that's it. But see, that's the thing. You got to know that's what they're going for in this. Which you're right. Does it work? I don't know, but I still.
It doesn't fit the formula at all.
No, but hey, you know what? Whether it works or not, to me, I like that. They did something different. They went left when you should have went right, and whether that left turn is right or not, well,
Cody, what do you think about it? Like when you see the guy who's supposed to do an arc not living, when you see the guy who everybody wants to die surviving, what do you think about that, Cody?
I think I understand what Gregory Dark was trying to do with it. He was trying to throw a curveball. I'd love to say it did work for me, but it really didn't. Uh-huh. But honestly, I didn't mind it that much. Just like Dan said, right. The movie had so many redeeming traits that
yes.
I didn't mind it that much. Sure. Do I think it would have been better if there would have been more character development, and like you said, the character arcs would have been
a little formulaic.
Yes. But even though it wasn't, I mean, like Dan said, got to give it up to Kane. Gregory Dark, the director, he went into this with a very simple script, and he did everything he could with it.
Yeah, exactly.
He fleshed out. The cinematography was beautiful in this.
Loved it. Yep.
But it was a little too dark for me.
It was dark. It was a dark film. Well, Gregory Dark.
It was dark. I'll agree with that. It was dark. I'll agree. Yeah,
was it really that dark though?
Yeah.
Kind of dark, yeah.
Yeah.
Not excessively dark.
Not like Chucky 5 or
Yeah, I was
that
gonna
again,
fucking-
right?
That bitch.
I couldn't see shit there.
But this one, I think it's just there's two ways to look at it. I mean, the curveball thing is kind of cool with that situation and whatever, but overall, this is a movie that you can also laugh at because of the bad things in it. It is a good movie to get some guy, couple of your buddies around, have a few beers, and have a good time because it's some stupid shit like that, and it's gore and eyeballs. That's what it is. That's the redeeming shit.
Literally.
Yeah, it's gore and eyeballs and freaking and fun shit like that. And you can't think about, the fact that the place has been abandoned and burned and all that shit for 35 or whatever so many years, and there's still electricity there, and there's still fucking
Did you know that
running water?
Dave, did you know the ground level is the ground level outside shot of the hotel is real, but everything above is a fucking whole CGI shot.
CGI?
That whole hotel doesn't really exist.
I thought the whole thing was CGI.
Was it bad? Was it that bad? Yeah, man. I don't know. See, that's the thing. Like, you talk about the characters and stuff, man. And I can't really disagree with you on certain aspects, but I guess what it boils down to, and what
it doesn't hurt it.
It doesn't, man. It just doesn't. Like, but that's the thing. But like,
Agreed.
okay,
Agreed.
But that just says something about the movie too, which is, well, maybe it's not about that. Maybe it's about just having a good time. Maybe it's about, and who knows if they went for that or not. But then again, I don't give a fuck. I had a great time, so I don't care what you were going for.
Yeah.
I had a blast with it. You may have been trying to fucking, make Passion of the Christ 2, but I saw fucking Troll 2. You know what I mean? So I enjoyed it.
Passion of the Christ 2.
Troll
it makes
2.
It makes more sense as freaking Last Exorcism 2.
Last Exorcism 2, right? But
how about the POV shots? We had some of that, but that was something I took away from this. Wasn't there POV shots? They were like distorted. Kane's viewing, whatever.
Yeah, blurred view of the world. Yeah.
Here's the real question, guys. Did they steal that from Halloween or Black Christmas? What do you think they stole that from?
Peeping Tom.
Oh, God. All right, well, let's get into the movie a little. Okay, so the premise is that, a bunch of juveniles get in a bus. They get headed over to a
Oh, what'd you think
hotel
about those intros, by the way? I love those intros of everybody when they give their...
The way they did it.
Yeah, breaking and entering and all that shit. I loved it.
Yeah, it was kind of like they did in Feast.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
By the way, a side note, I have my sister... Oh, shit, that is bad. It's almost Christmas again. Shit.
It is.
My sister bought me for Christmas the Feast trilogy.
Oh, dude.
Interesting.
I have not opened it yet. Am I an asshole?
Gotta watch part 1.
I did see part 1. I think I already saw part 1.
They just go downhill from there.
Oh, man, I've seen one probably a dozen times.
Who are you? I'm the guy who's going to save your ass.
Yeah, take that, McSteamy.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that is McSteamy, isn't it? Oh, shit, son. You're right.
I gotta watch that.
Oh, it's brilliant, dude. It's brilliant. And you know who's the producer on that? Matt Damon.
Get out of here.
Oh, yeah, that was a Project Greenlight movie.
It was. Have you ever seen Project Greenlight?
Sure was.
Project Greenlight was a show where they picked a director to make a movie, and Feast was that movie.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that was it's like the yin and yang with that Project Greenlight. The first one, I think, was that film that launched Shia LaBeouf, whatever the fuck is
Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, that the first one was the one that launched his career. So you get the bad and then you get the good.
Indiana Jones 4.
Wait, yeah, which one was the Shia LaBeouf?
They raped him.
Yeah,
how could you stand there and let them rape him like that?
Well, okay, let's get to the kills. Here's the thing about this. This movie's so weird because if you break it down, it doesn't seem to work for me, but when you put it together, it works again.
Right.
Because I liked it. And, as I was watching it, okay, the first kill was, one of the kids looking for the safe with a lot of money in it in that hotel. The Kane threw a grapple.
Oh, this is the best. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah. Went around his leg, pulled him in, and then closed the door, and that was it.
No. But before he closes the door, it's one of the greatest shots ever, which is of the black kid, and he sees it, and he goes, "No!" he's like, "Don't look at me, dude. Don't even look at me. You're dead. You're dead to me." Like, no, don't look this way. Oh, I love that shot. I love it.
Wow. Yeah. And then you got the next one is Kara, what you thought was killed in the kitchen. Here's what it's a what the F moment.
Yes.
Clearly. I'm going to, because I want to make sure I'm not crazy.
Uh-oh.
Do you all know where Kane threw the fucking 200-pound hook and hooked her in? Do you know where it wrapped around?
Like her shoulder, right?
No.
What was
her stomach. Her stomach, her midsection?
No. Go higher.
Her neck?
Higher.
Yes! Her fucking neck! Now, how are you going to tell me that he
wow.
wrapped that goddamn thing around her neck and she lived? Like, when I saw her, dude, I almost fucking, like...
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is she doing alive? That made no sense at all.
Yeah, why
No,
they
but-
do that?
Yeah, you're right, though. That's a good point, dude. What do you think about that weapon, though? It's a hook on a chain.
It's great.
Think about that. Think about how
Awesomeness.
simple that is, and it's never been done, really. I mean, in many, different...
Not like that.
Yeah, right? Exactly. I don't know, man. I thought that was a badass fucking weapon, dude. But I also like how he's not superhuman. Like, he can be killed. Well, with the sequel coming, I guess he can.
Yeah, that's the thing. We're going to talk about that at the end.
Right.
Like, how the fuck
Yeah,
did that
I guess it picks up in a morgue too, like fucking, like Friday the final chapter style. That's what I've heard. I don't know if it's true.
The whole
The Super
movie
Bowl
was
is
pretty much a love
self-abuse.
letter to 80s slashers, so why not, you know?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, pick it up with the 80s, yeah.
He's like Jason. He's got the mother thing, and he's gonna be
Yep.
in a freaking in there, and he's a big boy. And
Have you seen The Sin?
See the sin? Yes. That was kind of cool. You know,
That
it's
was
been done
creepy.
before, but it was good. You know,
It was done before? How do you mean that? What do you mean?
well, just the angle with the religious, the overzealous mother. It's been done by Stephen King in probably half of his novels,
Right.
in one way, shape, or form.
Psycho.
That too, the old Ed Gein thing and whatnot. You know.
Yeah.
Well, and Alex, that's why when you said it didn't make sense, dude, for them to be living in there, to me it made perfect sense because to me it was just a way to have her son, you know, kill in a place where she knew kids were going to be and stuff like that. But if you look at the beginning shot of the movie, you know, he's in a cage in a trailer park, you know, and then they're in a normal looking house, you know what I mean? Or Kane is in the very beginning until he gets shot in the head, which is why, like I said, he's vulnerable, which I like, you know, he's not like superhuman. He runs away or escapes after he gets fucking capped in the head. But yeah, like I just thought it was it all made sense. I did like that twist though with the whole mother, but we'll get there.
Yeah. Well, okay, so, you know, at this point, after he's killing a lot of people,
He's
already
killing
get...
me!
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny, Rob Dyer's in this movie. You get Richie gets his eye torn out, and, you know, it reminds you, of course, of the first girl in the beginning. And then, so you get flashbacks at this point of his mom holding his face in the shower and saying, you know, wash the sins away. You've seen something. I don't know.
Have you seen The Sin?
Yeah, have you seen the sin?
Creepy ass bitch.
Then you get the funniest shit in the movie.
What's that?
This girl, she's with the asshole pimp, I think, and she gets lowered out of a window with, you know, guys, I honestly phased out for 5 minutes. Is this a rope or are these bed sheets or some shit? Like, how does she get out of that window?
Fire hose, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was a hose, yeah.
Oh, fire hose? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I zoned out.
Yep.
Okay. So, it's hilarious. She goes out of the window and and here's the thing that I noticed. That she annoyed the shit out of me because she's like, like the whole time, like, shut the fuck up!
Right?
Just get out of the window.
Yep.
And he lowers her, and then the best scene in the movie
Yep.
almost.
Yeah, it's great.
Kane starts pulling her back up.
Oh.
That reminded me of some shit, but I just couldn't put my finger on it. Like,
Yeah, what is that, dude? You're right. Oh, fuck, that's
who
gonna
did
bug
that
me.
before? Yeah.
Anybody listening, write down under the comments fucking what that is. But you're right, dude, you're right.
That's from something, yeah.
Yep.
and he pulls her back up. It's like you think you're getting away, and all of a sudden that fucking guy pulls you back up. I don't know what that's from, but it's something. But it's great.
Mm-hmm.
Just when I think I'm out, they pull me back in.
So the classic scene, he lets go of the fucking fire hose, and her head smashes against.
Oh, love it.
And she's still annoyingly crying. Like, I was like, shut up. Does anything shut you up, honey?
Nope.
Come on.
Nope.
Guys, so, hey, did you not love the irony of most of the deaths in this film?
Yes.
Yeah. That's what reminded me. She was like the vegan chick, wasn't she? Yeah, and she ends up getting eaten by dogs.
That's perfect. That's perfect. Jamie Jenkins.
And the bitch with the cell phone.
Yeah.
The cell phone thing's great. Yes, I love that shit. I'd like to do that to somebody.
Well, let's talk about the cell phone kill. For me, that's one of my favorite kills I've ever seen, dude. Just because of how brutal it is, dude. I mean, come on, that is.
I forgot. What does he do to her?
He shoves it down her fucking throat.
Oh yeah, how could I forget that?
That's the best part of the.
I mean, the phone he shoves down her throat.
Oh, I thought he face fucked her. Oh, right, the phone.
Right, the phone, exactly.
Shit.
But you know what else too I didn't like about this, and this happens a lot in these genre films, whether it be like even comedies or horror films or whatever. Remember the scene where it's all the chicks and the blonde chick, she's ragging on all the other chicks, like, oh, you little hobbit, and like, clearly making fun of him, and she's such a cunt.
And she made believe the Puerto Rican was interested in the girl with the crosses on.
Exactly, and then the next line is, "So you guys coming? Like, are we hanging out? Like what? Like you bitch, you just made fun of me. What do you think? No, I don't want to fucking hang out with you. What are you, crazy? Like, to me, it's always like, oh well, we're all here. I fucking hate you all, but want to go to the atrium and smoke some weed? It's like, what? Dude, like, who does that? It's almost just like so weird. Like, if somebody talked to me that way, first of all, I'd beat their ass, and second of all, I definitely wouldn't want to go smoke weed with them.
Any port in the fucking storm.
Well, that's true. That's true. I'd smoke weed and make fun of them back. But yeah, do you know what I mean? Though it's just so like, hey, we're all here. Let's fucking do it. It's like, bitch, you just fucking call me a hobbit. Like, are you crazy? Like,
I think it's a stereotypical bad boy or bad girl situation because they're juvenile delinquents, so they're kind of supposed to not give a shit about each other. I just think that that's what they were doing. Yeah, this is the way troubled kids talk.
Yeah, they're cold people. Honestly, that cell phone kill when he made her swallow the cell phone. I mean, I just wish that when I jerked off, cell phones came out. I don't see the problem here.
No, either.
Okay, so his childhood, he was so the mom put him in a cage like a dog, and here's the thing, she gave him porno magazines or some shit, and he was jerking off to him.
Right, hey, she was testing them.
No, Jacob, you were supposed to line your cage with those.
Yeah, what was he supposed to do with
It was a
those?
test, man.
He was supposed to look at the sin in their eyes, right, of the porn stars?
I swear, Mom, I was just reading the articles.
Dear Penthouse.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Exactly.
I think it was a test. That's what I think it was.
Yeah, I think it was too. You're absolutely.
Did he pass?
Fuck no.
If he's spanking it, no, you failed. Unfortunately for him, because he probably got really beat in real life for that one. But yeah, I mean, it's a small victory for him because he really did win for about 4 seconds, but.
Yeah, he did actually win until she walked in on it.
Exactly.
Which is a story of my life.
Happened to me once.
Happened to me several times. We discussed it on the last show.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
Oh, let's not have
I know,
another
right?
one.
Hey, Cody, what do you think about the porn show?
The porn show.
Yeah, you're with that infamous guy who started all that. So
I'm reformed. I'm reformed, guys. I'm anti-porn now.
Yeah, he's done enough banana lasers to wipe himself clean of the Skeleton Crew porn show. So, how about this, guys? I want to give credit to this is an obvious choice of directing, but goddamn did it work. When Kane's looking in on the cage, man.
Oh, man.
Oh man, that's good stuff, dude.
Isn't it? But I'll say this because Jamie, first of all, Jamie loves this movie. I mean, Jamie is over the moon for this movie, and she couldn't be here today. She sends her regards to everybody, by the way.
Yeah, but she does love it.
She does, man. And I couldn't. She called me at 2 a.m. the other day, and she was talking about See No Evil. It was unbelievable. She just loves every aspect of it. But
wow, more than you? She loves it more than you.
She loves it more than me. Yes, absolutely. And
I always knew you loved it. I didn't know she loved it as well. Holy shit!
Right? Oh,
how'd
dude,
that get by me?
Shit, man. I got nothing on her love for this movie.
She's even excited about the Soska Sisters sequel. Yeah.
Well, of course.
Oh hell yeah!
You know,
after seeing American Mary, I'm excited about it too now.
Oh, absolutely.
But see, that I'm glad you guys mentioned that too, because for me, that's what kind of brought this review on, because I love this movie so much. But that's what it was. It was the love of this movie, not that the Soska Sisters are doing the next one. I mean, I really did like American Mary, but I don't give a fuck about that. I'm fucking excited for See No Evil 2. I don't care who fucking directs it. I don't care if Dave Z and Cody direct it. Like, no, I'm just kidding. But it doesn't matter. Like, I'm gonna see this movie regardless.
That would be half of a shitty movie, and I'm not talking about Dave Z.
It'd be great, man. Shit. We can make slashers, and any one of us.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna make a slasher. Ghost of Michael Myers Part 2.
Oh, snap.
Ghost of Michael Myers 2.
It's not actually gonna be called that. I'm gonna actually give it like a serious title.
Really?
As long
it's not gonna be Ghost.
As long as none of the rest of it is serious.
Now, is the word curse in the title?
Curse? No, I think I'm going to call it the Curse of Michael Myers.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
I would advise against that as your attorney, sir. But
it's going to be number 36.
Awesome.
So the girl with the tattoos is locked up in the cage. Okay, when the old lady came out that was introduced in the beginning when they first walked into the hotel, she comes out into the room, and the girl's in the cage, and she sees her. My first thought as a human being was, I cannot believe you're in on this, bitch.
Mm-hmm.
She, on the other hand, goes, you gotta help me. You don't believe what's happening here. Oh my god. Like, are you fucking retarded? Like, this is 2006, bro. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
You dumb
That's
bitch. Now you deserve to die.
Exactly.
Right.
Like, come the fuck on. Like, you don't know that she's in on this. Are you retarded?
She's probably just happy to see somebody that doesn't look like Kane.
You can't see that that's her son? Can you not see the family resemblance?
Yeah, so Kane has this whole struggle with his mom. He throws her. She gets impaled in some fucking antlers like Silent Night or some shit. I don't know.
And then he's really fucking pissed, dude. That's what I liked about that, too. He was fucking pissed after that shit. After basically he probably like blamed the whole world or whoever's right in front of him that's about to die. He blames them for him killing his mom.
So the gun, some girl comes up and the gun doesn't shoot anything because the bullets are gone. Michael, the pimp, survived. He comes back. He hits the guy, his cane with a pipe, some shit like that.
Pimp slap, Kane. Pimp slap.
Yeah, they should have just given him the what is Undertaker? What's his tombstone?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
give him a tombstone.
Wrestling reference I didn't get.
Kane gets pushed out of a window. Oh, guys, how many of you predicted that he would grab her after she looked down when he was thrown out of the window?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%. Yep.
By now.
Oh, the curveballs, they give that, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's strange.
That's why this movie's fun and funny. That's what it is. Let me add that to it. Before I said gore and eyeballs, I got to add humor to that because, like I said, you can laugh at it too. And it's by the numbers, yeah, and it's cliche, yeah, in some ways, but it makes up for it in other ways. But more specifically, the gore, and it's just, it's nothing we haven't seen before, but...
Yeah. So the Puerto Rican chick puts a pipe through his eye, he falls down, he lands through some fucking, like, I don't know, greenhouse window or some shit, and his heart explodes, which is going to lead us to the part 2 conversation, but before we do... I think everybody has a problem with this. Since this is a sausage party right now with 4 guys, there's no TNA, guys.
In this movie?
Yep.
What are you talking about? Yes, there is.
What about the shower?
Dude, when she's in the shower and
Oh.
she's showing that ass, dude. No, not titties. That ass, man.
Yeah.
There's a couple good shots. Actually, there's one shot right before she gets naked where it's like you kind of see her ass in a thong, or not a thong, but what are those underwear that kind of, I don't know, like cut off the ass cheek halfway down. Oh, it was beautiful. Anyways, they showed that scene, and yeah, man.
I want to see the Spanish chick like that, though.
Yeah, well, what the fuck is she in, dude? That's gonna bug me. Anyway, sorry, but yeah,
she was in wasn't that girl with the tattoos on her back? Wasn't she in Final Destination? Is that her or no?
Which one?
She reminds me of the main girl who's friends with Alex.
No, that's fucking what's her name? No, chick from Resident Evil. No, that's
No.
Oh god.
You're not talking about the Welcome to the Dollhouse girl, are you?
The girl with the tattoos of the crosses all over her.
No,
but I'd like it to be about Elijah Dushku.
Oh, Liza Dushku. Whatever happened to her, dude?
Right?
Nothing.
She's banging some ex-NBA player.
Really?
Yeah, he was on Dancing with the Stars, the real tall dude with the flat top and gray hair.
How do you know that, Cody?
My wife loves Dancing with the Stars. I have,
yeah.
The horror movies aren't the horror movies are not the half of it.
Liza Dushku. Dude, I know Liza.
I call them pleasure movies.
Yeah, right?
Nate Dushku. There's a guy named Nate Dushku?
Fuck Nate Dushku.
All right, Eliza, let's see what she's done. True Lies, yeah, she was Arnold's daughter. Then Wrong Turn, Bring It On, I don't remember that.
Bring It On, she was so fucking hot in.
Bring it on.
Jay
Bring it
and
on.
Bob's
Yeah.
Super
Bring
Groovy
It On.
cartoon movie.
Wait, what was that? What was the last one?
Super Groovy.
Jay and Bob's
Oh,
Super
dude, she was in
Groovy
Jay and Silent Bob, dude. She was in Jay
cartoon movie.
No, she was in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, dude. She was fucking one of the jewel thieves.
Huh.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Her
dude.
and, Allie Lauder from Varsity Blues.
Allie Farter.
Oh, she's hot.
Allie Farter, she was in that movie, yeah.
That's the chick, though. Allie Lauder. Holy shit, that was weird. That chick that you were just talking about from Final Destination, Allie Lauder. That's her.
Yeah?
Final Destination.
That's her.
But dude, you're forgetting that she was in Bottle Shock and Cover Up. The Cover Up.
What the fuck is...
She was also in... She was in Locked In.
I want to see her in Bottle Shock.
Right.
Dude, she was in the TV series Robotonomy.
What the fuck?
Dude, she was in White Collar and The League. Holy shit, how can we overlook that?
My God.
Why? What I want to know is why the fuck was she in all of these? And do you guys remember she played Faith in
Buffy,
the
dude.
Vampire
One of the best
Slayer
characters
series.
ever. Yeah, I didn't mention that.
Yes. Why was there never a spin-off is what I want to know.
Cody, there was. You didn't see Jake and Amir? She was in that in 2013.
Jake and the Fat Man? What'd you say?
How can you miss Jake and Amir?
Dude, she was in Dollhouse, too. Josh Reed Dollhouse. What the fuck
Well,
was
I
that?
knew that. But
That was the shot.
I mean,
That
a
was the
Faith
bottle
spin-off.
Bottle shot, bitch.
Meow.
Eliza Dushku in space, dude.
And a Paquin. Oh, shit.
Follow the
All right,
light
get outta here.
between her
Okay.
teeth. Follow the light.
Let's have the bottle shock.
What is it, that girl with the freaking mouth?
That's our legacy. When we're dead, people are going to listen back on our shows and go, wow, they were classy.
Yeah, right.
All right, so See No Evil 2, guys. Let's get into this now. Listen, I don't give a fuck about William Patterson, Eric Morris, whoever he wants to hide behind, whatever his name. I love the Soska sisters because I love American Mary. And
Gorin Scares!
Gorin Scares! Boredom and more boredom, everybody.
Why didn't they come to my birthday party?
Because they have a life.
And next, we will review a burger.
So, See No Evil 2 is directed by the Soska sisters. That's coming out in 2014, it says, so that's cool.
Yeah.
So here's what it says. Now we all saw that Kane got a pipe through his eye. He fell, I'd say at least 80 feet. He's dead. His heart fucking exploded. I don't understand how it ain't fucking 6 bullets like Michael Myers.
6 times, right?
I'm calling it. He gets a baboon heart.
No, it's gonna be the girl from Evil Dead.
I got this.
Okay, what is it?
Dude, he's the Undertaker's brother, right? How many times has that motherfucker been back from the dead?
So is what's he gonna do? Have a casket match?
No, it's that girl. He's gonna have Maya on his side. Maya from Evil Dead. She's gonna wire together some freaking battery and some bullshit like she did in that movie. And
like a defibrillator. Just make one.
Defibrillator with plastic MacGyver shit.
That was her brother, MacGyver.
Well, Undertaker is Kane's brother, so they're getting hooked up.
And Batman didn't want to fuck Jackie Gyllenhaal, but the Joker fucked her brother in Brokeback Mountain.
Oh my god, you did just fucking go there. Holy shit.
Oh shit.
Mind fuck.
Bottle shock.
Evil Dead 2. See No Evil.
Evil Dead 2. Dead by Dawn.
See No Evil 2 revives the nightmare of the first film when Jacob Goodnight rises from the dead in the city morgue after his killing spree in Blackwell Hotel. This is ominous underground locker for the in this ominous underground locker for the dead, a group of medical students fight to survive as this deranged psychopath once again starts to pick them off one by one. Synopsis.
So he's going to whack all these, instead of whacking Axel and the freaking girl, he's going to whack everybody in the hospital, and that's going to take the whole movie. That's what's going to go
Super
on.
Bowl of self-abuse.
Yeah, he is the Super Bowl.
Hey,
well, it's zombie
Jacob. As long
Jacob.
as the aerobics video brings him back to life, I'm on board.
Oh, yeah. That's right, bitch. Let's get that aerobics video back. I'd like to be a centerpiece in that. No, never mind. I don't do another porn show. Let's go to Cody. How do you rate the See No Evil from 1 to 5?
1 to 5? Overall, even though it was a really predictable plot, it was just executed so well. It makes me want to forgive all the, like you said, the lack of character development and everything. I got to give it a 4. I really liked it.
Shock bottle. Yes. Or bottle shock.
Bottle shock. So I'm sorry. What'd you say, Cody's 4 to 5? I'm sorry, I was distracted by the shock bottle. All right, Dave. What do you rate See No Evil?
I basically said everything. Whoa! Robot porn.
Jesus Christ, are we professional or not? What the hell? Fuck, silence, people.
Okay, I said everything about it before. God. I'm not saying anything. I'm saying 3. I'm leaving it at that. 3 out of 5.
You liked it.
I liked it. 3 out of 5. Yeah, it's fun, and I said all I was going to say earlier. I won't talk too much. 3.
Yeah, 5 for me. It was going to be like a 4.5.
Whoa, Dan. 5?
Yeah.
You gave H2O a 5. Why not?
Yeah. Well, listen, okay, it's like a technical rating, like looking at this movie, I'd probably give it like a 3, but I loved it, This is fucking my show. I love it. I love this movie. I mean, I don't give a fuck, dude, I mean, that doesn't mean it's the greatest movie ever, and this is just my rating, but yeah, if I were to rate it, I fucking love this jam, dude. Especially when I'm shit-faced. What the fuck is going on, dude? What the fuck is that?
Is this the laser
being
lounge?
invaded.
Right.
Well, what's wrong? Is there a problem with it?
Hold on, my beeper's going off.
I feel that this movie...
So anyway, Alex, what you think of this movie?
I feel that this movie is.
What the fuck was that one? Go back. Holy fuck.
I think that this movie, I appreciate your passion, but Jesus, 5 out of 5. Like, that's what you're saying here is that's as good as Sinister.
It means I liked it as much as Sinister. That doesn't mean it's that good. I mean, listen, like I said, out of 3 out of 5, I think is an accurate rating for this movie.
You liked it.
I did. I fucking love this movie, though. So that's what I'm saying, though.
Yeah?
Yeah, for my fucking rating, absolutely. This is one of my favorite fucking slashers, dude. And that doesn't mean it's a great movie. It just doesn't. Like, I know it. I'm not that fucking retarded. I know it's not that good, but I love it. And I love getting shit-faced to it.
Awesome.
Yep.
I really like it. I feel like that's strong. So I'm going to go ahead and say 3.5 from liked it to really liked it.
Yep.
I really did. I can't say that I didn't have a good time. I can't say that I was bored. And I can't say that there wasn't impactful moments.
There you go.
Yeah. I mean, I really can't bash the movie.
And they always said that they wanted to make a sequel. I know that by watching the deleted scenes. But, you know, for them to make a sequel, I don't know, man. I'm fucking pumped for it, you know? What else would you want in a movie? You know, if you can leave it, like, it doesn't set up a sequel or anything, but if you can end a movie and then, you know, have a sequel pop up years later, because what, 2006?
Yeah, right?
It's been a few years, dude. It's been quite a few years. That's got to say something about the movie in itself, so there you go. And WWE Films, what the fuck, dude? They killed it with this.
WWF.
E, right?
Yeah, old school. It is E. It is E, but yeah, I say F too.
Excuse me, fucking.
I don't say get the F out.
Wrestling fucking aficionado. WW whatever the fuck.
I say get the F in.
Right on, bro. Get the D in.
Hey, what up, boneheads? This is Jonathan Orr. See no evil. You know, despite what Jamie said in the review, and despite how she think about the movie, I think it's pretty good. I mean, hey, me and Dan, you know, we can boast about this movie all day. It's not every day you get to see a giant homicidal killer, you know, make a hot chick swallow a cell phone. I mean, come on now. Great movie. See No Evil 2. Can't wait for it to come out, you know. But, hey, I have a little confession. I have no idea who the Soska sisters are. Okay. Yeah, I have no idea. I never really heard of these women, you know, because I have not seen American Mary, and I don't even know what they look like. But, yeah, you know, can't wait to see, you know, their work and how they... brand of flavor for the second one. So yeah, you know, see no evil, but hey, you know, it's a great picture. You know, it's real good. Swallow the cell phone. Go. Daniel Harris is going to be in the man. You just sold me on that. I mean, I don't care about, you know, if Kane is coming back. I mean, hey, you're going to put Daniel Harris and Catherine Isabel into the same movie, then you may as well just give me a free ticket. Y'all keep up the great work. Not good work, because, hell, y'all don't do good work. Y'all do great work. And that's real right there. So, yeah, y'all keep up the great work and keep it shining.
Auto Mechanics.
Hi, how you doing, sir?
I'm all right. How about yourself?
I was calling because I had a little bit of problems with my car backfiring this morning.
Well, we're here 7:30 to 4 o'clock, Monday through Friday.
I'm out here on my grandson's cell phone. Can I start the car and you can kind of tell me what it sounds like to you?
All right, come on. Good Lord, man, I'm going to tell you, listen to it over the phone, I really can't say, but it sounds pretty bad.
Well, let me give her another shot here just real quick. Any ideas?
It sounds like you got a bad motor is what it sounds like. Yeah, it sounds like something rolling around in the motor's come loose.
So, like a loose spark plug or something? Or?
Sound like a rod or something done come loose in that thing. What kind of car is it?
74 olds.
Man, that's too old. We don't work on anything that old. It almost sounds like you done lost a rod, what it sounds like to me. Well, I guarantee you it sounds pretty bad. I don't know what to tell you to do with that, but like I said, we don't work on anything that old.
Well, thank you very much, Sonny.
You. Sorry I couldn't help you too much.
I don't do another porn show.
Oh, God, no.
Oh, wait, come on, Cody. As a listener, you're now a part since you've been on the show. But before that, listening to something like that, what was that like?
Of all the WTF moments, that was probably the peak right there.
Yeah? Like, when you heard that, because sometimes me and Dan get lost, and clearly Dave got lost in the show. We probably wouldn't have said those things if we were looking at somebody. I guess when you're just talking to your mic and a wall, it just seems like everything is a go. So listening to that, what was that like?
Pretty much, what the fuck?
You know what scares me about that, though, Alex, is that's not even the tip of the iceberg for us. Like, that's just normal shit that I talk about in my day-to-day life. You know what I mean? Like, to put it on wax and have it repeated back is something to experience. It's not necessarily pleasant all the time because it's like, depending on who's listening, clearly. But it's one of those things where, yeah, dude, please, that's fucking nothing compared to what we talk about, dude. On a regular basis, think about it, dude. Think about one of our conversations and being like, "Oh, yeah, by the way, I'm recording." I'd be like, what? You fucking what?
You got this on tape? Shit, what the fuck?
I'd be packing up the car and fucking trying to get over state lines. So yeah.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah,
though?
I think it was just very off-putting. Yeah. it was so far off in left field. From what you guys usually do. It was like, what the hell are we listening to?
I think we assumed that everyone who watches horror enjoys the part where the girls get naked, so we figured, what the fuck? They probably like porn.
Can I be honest? I don't think about anybody else when I'm recording. I just think about us talking.
At the time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But I think subconsciously we probably figured that everybody watches porn.
Right.
Like, otherwise we wouldn't even mention it.
There are those of us who just like to strangle hookers in private.
Well, that's the next segment. And you're going to stick around for that one, right? Because we need some insight.
Absolutely.
Well, let me say, in our defense, honestly, that show was probably about 3 hours long.
Oh, my God.
Right? We probably only spent about 45 minutes into that type of conversation.
That's great.
Yeah, it wasn't really that bad because it was a fun show to listen to because we talked about all kinds of shit. We bounced around like we did on the show tonight.
Cody, if you said you heard a couple of our shows multiple times. If you were to go back to that one, would you skip over the porn part?
Probably. I mean,
wow, it's that off-putting.
Not that it was that bad. It really threw me off.
Well, I mean, this is a horror podcast. We're talking about...
Yeah, it's horror podcast, mainly. Yeah.
Okay, Cody, here's the thing, Cody. You've been getting a taste of that for a long time. I mean, we're playing girls gagging sound effects on guys, and we're
Not
talking
near
about...
as disturbing as Michael J. gagging.
Oh, that's
yeah,
right.
can you believe that? Yeah.
Right. See?
Yeah, that's weird. He did that gagging. I should isolate that. Nah, never mind. I'm not going to rock that boat no more.
I am getting pounded so hard over here.
This is Mr. Skin from MrSkin.com with all the skinfo from the latest movies. Nude in select theaters and on demand, Kate Bosworth makes her nude debut in Big Sur. As writer Jack Kerouac's girlfriend, Kate is a member of the beat-off generation, getting topless twice. Big Sur will make you big, sir. Nude on Blu-ray, it's the final season of the Miami Mob series Magic City. There's a tropical downpour of naked guest babes, and stars Jessica Marais and Elena Satin will leave you spellbound with their nude scenes. Magic City will have you waving your magic wand. Also nude on Blu-ray, it's the complete series of Dexter. Turns out everyone's favorite mass murderer is also a serial lady killer with naked girlfriends like Jamie Murray and Julie Benz, ensuring plenty of DNA evidence. Dexter? I'd rather Sexter.
MrSkin.com. Fast forwarding to the good parts.
All right, guys, well, that about wraps it up. Just want to thank you, Cody, for coming on. Thank you, Dave, for coming on. Thank you, Dan, for joining me as always. Jamie will be back on the next show, and, maybe we'll have you guys back on, talk a little something. So, for Dan and Cody, this is Alex, and Dave, you wanted to say something.
Thank you guys again for the millionth time. Thank you. It's great being here with you, Cody included. It was great being here, and everything you guys said before about the Halloween shows with BananaLaser. Once again, thank you, and
everything you said about Insidious 2 was wrong. Oh,
we'll get on that again, brother. But you guys, there would be no BananaLaser without the Skeleton Crew. So basically, thanks to you guys, and basically we're like Scream, and you guys are like Halloween '78. So thank you. Really, that's a good comparison.
Wow, thank you. That's a huge compliment. Thank you.
And thank you guys, and love you guys, and
love you too, man. Thank you, brother. That means everything to me. Love your show. Everybody listen to the BananaLaser. It's a great show. Couldn't be any more fun. And we will be back with show number 73. Till then, this is the Skeleton Crew.